Assalamualikum OyaRahmatullahe OyaBarakatuhu. Innal hamdanillah wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Amma ba'd. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is Muhammad Kamrul Hussain, Department of Business Administration, Metropolitan University, Sylhet. Welcome to my virtual classroom, MKA CLASS ROOM. Now let's start today's video tutorial. So today we will try to discuss loan amortization or amortized loans. So today we will try to discuss loan amortization or amortized loan. At first we will try to discuss this type of word, amortized. So amortized, actually this word comes from Latin word mors. Latin word mors, M-O-R-S, mors. This word actually comes from Latin word mors, which meaning is death. Which meaning is death. So amortized loans means kill of the loan. Amortized loans mean killed off the loan, killed off the loan. So actually amortized loans means killed off the loan. Now we will see the definition. What is amortization loan? So it is a mechanism to pay off the loan with its interest and principal. You have to determine a payment and you will provide its payment, its period, and your loan should be killed off. So here you will see amortization loan, a loan that requires equal payments over its life. The payments include both interest and repayment of the debt. That should be our amortization loan. A loan that requires equal payments over its life. The payments include both interest and repayment of the debt. So that is very common loans. Those who are engaged in the business, they take loan from the bank and pay off this loan with a payment, equal payment is period. So including category are automobile loans, home mortgages, student loans, some business debt. These are the kinds of or examples of loan amortizations. If a loan is to be repaid in equal periodic amounts, it may be monthly, quarterly, annually, semi-annually, whatever you like, it is said amortization loan. So here is an example. So you have to determine in here that whenever you are a student of finance, then you have to know to determine this installment. So those who are take loan from the bank, they provide installment. They provide installment. That means each month has a single payment, equal payment, and continue to its life of loan. That is our installment. So you have to determine this installment. That is a very good task, which will include your repayment of debt and interest. And this has a schedule that's called amortization schedule, a schedule showing precisely how a loan will be repaid, it gives the required payment on each payment date and breakdown of the payment showing how much is interest and how much is repayment of principles. So amortization schedule shows that how your loan is killed off or how your loan is paid off, how much amount interest you have to pay, how much your principal amount is repaid. That can be shown in a mechanisms that called amortization schedule. So for the amortization loan, at first we have to determine installment, or in our finance term it is called payment. It is called payment, PMT. You have to determine PMT. So here is an example to illustrate. Suppose a firm borrow 15,000 and the loan is to be repaid in 3 equal payment at the end of each of the next 3 years. That means you have to pay a equal payment, and 3 equal payment will kill off this loan where rate of interest is 8%. So that is our problem. Can I make you understand? So here has a firm borrow 15,000 taka, and this 15,000 taka will be killed off by 3 installment. Your interest rate is 8%. So how much will you have to pay off your whole debt by 3 equal payment? That means you have to at first determine your payment, PMT. You have to at first determine your payment. So we can see the formula for present value of annuity. So you remember that amortization loan always time use the formula for present value of annuity, because you take the loan today and this loan is repaid in future, so that is related to the present value. So here you have seen that our loan amount is 15,000 taka, so we don't have payment, we have to solving for payment, and our interest 1 plus interest is 8%, and rate period is 3 divided by 0.08. So if we solve this problem, then PMT equal to 15,000 divided by, then solving this amount, so we can press the calculator. 1 plus 0.8, 1.08 power 3, 1 divided by this amount, 1 minus this amount divided by 0.08, that should be 2.577 2.577109, 2.57709, then we can take it 2.5771, and if you divided by 15,000 divided by 2.5771, then result should be 5,820.49, or you can write down 5,820.50. You can write down, no problem, 5,820.50. So this should be our installment, 5,820.50. That should be our installment. If we pay this installment for 3 years, then our debt is fully repaid, and this debt contains 8% rate of interest. 8% rate of interest. That is our installment. That is our installment or payment, and this will be the 3 equal payment will pay off our debt. Now we will try to see the installment schedule or amortization schedule. Amortization schedule. In your book there has the amortization schedule. In your materials here is amortization schedule, loan amortization schedule 15,000 loan at 8% interest. So this is our payment, that is equal payment 5,820.50, that is equal for each 3 payment. That is our year, and this is the beginning of year balance, payment and interest, repayment of principal and remaining balance. So that should be the point. Year, beginning of balance, payment, interest, repayment of principal, remaining balance. So in the year 1, our balance is 15,000, and in the end of year 1 we have paid 5,820.50. and what type of interest we are paid? That can be beginning balance into our interest, that is 8% interest. So beginning balance 15,000 into 0.08, that is we are paying interest 1,200 in the first year. So our payment is 5,820. It contains interest is 1,200. So what type of principles is repaid? So if you subtract this interest from our payment, then we can get the repayment of principles. So here you see that repayment of principles. So this repayment of principles can we found 5,820 minus 1,200. So it can be found 5,820.50 minus 1,200. Then we can get the repayment of principal 4,620.50. That is we have repaid from our principal. That is our principal's amount 15,000 taka that we borrow from bank. That is repaid only 4,620 taka. So remaining balance, if we deduct this 4,620.50 taka from 15,000, then that is our remaining balance 10,379.50. Then this amount will be added in the beginning balance for the next period, that is period 2. Our beginning balance 10,379.50, and we have to pay our installment 5,820.50, and interest should be comes from this 10,379.50 into 8%, that is 830.36, and this amount should be subtract from our payment 5,820. Then our principal repaid amount is 4,990.14. that is our repayment amount. Then if we subtract this amount from 10,379.50, we are getting 5,389.36 taka, and which will starting from at the beginning of third year 5,389.36, and we have to pay 5,820.50. then interest should be in this amount into 5,389.36 into 0.08, that is our interest, and it will subtract from here, then our principal amount repayment is 5,389.35, and we have about to zero balance, that is kill of our loan. We have kill of our loan. So remember that we are taking 15,000 taka loan, and what type of amount we are going to paying? 5,820.5 multiplied by 3. We are paying off 17,461.50. then remaining 2,461.50 is our interest. So we are taking loan from the bank by 15,000 taka. By the 15,000 taka we will pay interest 2,461.5 taka, and we are paying installment 5,820.5. so this amount contains interest and repayment of principles, beginning balance, remaining balance. These are the loan amortization schedule, and it will shows that totally we are paying 17,461.50 taka, and total interest we have to pay 2,461.50 taka. In this way loan can be amortized. So here is another problem. Here is say, suppose you have an outstanding automobile loan with 2 years remaining until it is paid off. If the interest rate on the loan is 6% and you are required to pay 452.07 per month. If you want to pay off the loan today, for how much should you write the check? That means you have a automobile loan and you have to pay 452.07 per month. And it is remaining 2 years remaining, but now you are going to pay off your loan. That means kill of your loan, or at a single installment or a single payment. So actually we have to determine the PVA. We have to determine the PVA. If we solve our problem, then we will easily understand the matters. that is we need PVA. So here has said our installment 452.07. 1 minus 1 divided by rate of interest is, so here has said rate of interest is 6%. So year by 6%. So we are counting our problem in monthly. So our monthly interest is 0.5%, and our remaining 2 years, that means 2 into 12, 2 into 12, that is 24. So our rate of interest is 0.5% and our N is 24. So now you can solve this. 1.005 power 24, 1 divided by this amount, 1 minus this amount, then this amount divided by 0.005, and it will multiplied by 452.07. So if you kill off your loan, then you have to pay 10,199.99 taka or 10,200 taka to kill off this loan at a time. Kill off this loan at a time. So suppose you have our outstanding automobile. So if you pay today 10,200 taka, then you will kill off your previous loan. So remember that here is a problem. Here payment is monthly, so you have to calculate interest monthly. So here has given interest in the year 6%. So interest should be always time in year, but your payment per month. So you have to calculate interest per month, and here we have 2 years remaining. So 2 years remaining means we have 24 months. So the value should be n equal to 24 and r equal to 0.5%. So 0.5% means 0.005 in decimal. So that should be remember that this 0.5% means whenever we try to turn in decimal, 0.005. This all about today. Stay home, stay safe, try to maintain a safe social distance, try to wash your hands frequently in a day. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaika. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuhu.